everyone, it's NonnaGrace. And I'm from Western New York. Jim was almost ready to tell me. You almost forgot to say it. Sometimes I do forget to say it because it's so habit. It's like a habit. Anyways, get yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, some water, anything, something to drink because today it's a long
something that'll last a while.
Yeah, it's a long one. I'm going to show you how I cook some weeds. And
most people would consider
they
them
would
weeds.
consider them weeds, but I think they're delicious and they're very addictive. If you've got an addictive personality, maybe this would not be good for you. I don't have an addictive personality, thank goodness.
If you're of Sicilian or...
No, I could think anybody. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think mostly it starts with the Sicilians.
Well, we cook a lot of weeds. Like
or the Italians.
we would eat things that people used to throw away. So, I guess, who knows? I know there's other nationalities that did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. When they came from the old country, there was things that they would eat, and people would look at them kind of strangely, like, "What are you eating that?" Well, anyways, I hope you have your drink. Better get it, because this one's going to be a long one. And here we go.
Oh,
What you doing?
Oh, what are you doing? I just heard the camera go beep, beep, beep. I'm cleaning burdock. Those of you that don't know, burdock is a weed. It's the one with the sticky, in the fall it has that sticky
Has a big round burr.
on it. And it's called Garduni in Italian. And so I'm doing Garduni. It's something that I probably shouldn't eat if you're on keto. If you ate them plain, but I'm gonna flour them. I like them floured. I have to clean off the strings. As you can see, there's strings. These are strings from it. If you want them really strong, you'll use a knife to clean it off. But I've got teeth, so I don't need to worry about it. I chew it. My parents, I used to have to clean it a little bit more, like you would celery. You take a knife. I'll show you how you do it, just in case. If you were, say you were doing this for somebody that didn't have their own teeth, you would take a little snip of the thing and you pull. See the string that I'm bringing off of it? That's what you want to get rid of. Whoops, there it is. It's really long. But because I can chew, I don't worry about it. And you would take, that one came off one part, so then you would try another spot. Just like you would with celery. If you're trying to make celery so it's not stringy, you do the same thing, then go on the other side. Just a real fine little string comes off. But I don't do this. I think that's probably it. There we go. That's the end of my stringing. See? This is what you get off that one stick. You would get that off of all of them eventually. But I just rub them. I just clean them off like this. Oops, sorry, Jim.
That's okay.
Him and his camera.
She was surprised when I came in with it.
Yeah, I didn't. I go, what are you doing? I heard the beep beep of the camera. Had you turned it on in the other room, I would have never noticed.
Probably not. I had to mute the TV and you had to end your AARP call.
Yep. I listen to what they have to say because they tell us stuff that we need to know as we retire. As if you were retired or going to retire, which unfortunately I am retired and didn't know some of the stuff that I should have known because they don't tell you these things. What you should do is if you're working right now, have your insurance company check to see whether you have drug coverage under your insurance. And if you don't, when you turn 65, take A and B. You'll have to pay the B part, but still, you won't have to pay a penalty the rest of your life. Now, I pay because I didn't have it for, I think it was, 2 years, I think it was, I didn't have it. So my penalty this year is $7.60 a month. Last year it was $7.50. So apparently it's going to go up each year. And if I were to stop it and take it when I actually need it, the penalty would be a whole lot higher per month. So I just keep it, even though I don't take any medicines.
It's one of those things that you have to have. You never know.
You never know. Like when I was listening to the AARP thing, the guy was saying about his medicine. He's taking medicine for some kind of cancer, and his medicine is $4,000 a month. And in Canada, he could get it for $300, and he wanted to know why. Well, in Canada, they were allowed to negotiate the price for AARP and Medicare, where here in the United States, somebody years ago made the law that you couldn't negotiate, so that's why we have it higher. But those that are in the vet hospital go there, you can get a lower price because they're allowed to negotiate, which we are not.
Yeah.
But they're trying to pass a law to make it so that we can negotiate, so that we will get a better price too. Did I leave something?
Just piece of dirt.
Oh, well, that dirt it will taste good. Dirt, a little dirt doesn't hurt, as they say. Almost done. Then you fill a kettle with water. I need a new stove. Mine doesn't light unless I use a strike. While the water is boiling, you can put the burdock in this pan, and you just want to cut it a little, only because it's going to be really long. Just cut it, because now you're going to boil, and then cut this in half. So there'll be a few short ones in there, and they'll be mostly the same size. This one's really long. Cut a piece off of that one. This one's pretty long. I'll cut a piece off of that one. There we go. Now I just wait for the water to boil, and then I'll show you the next step. When the pan boils, you just take the cover off, and you drop your burdock in there. I'm going to add salt to it, only because it will taste better with a little salt. I'm going to add probably, it's a heaping teaspoon. It's a regular teaspoon that you would stir your coffee with. I'm putting it in there. Let this cook until they're tender. Well, it's been going about 16 minutes. We're going to check it to see how done it is. I'm going to poke it. Oh, I poked, so it's done. I poked it.
Yep.
It's done. Then I take it out of the pan, and I put it in a cookie sheet, or a cake pan, or a cookie sheet if you don't have a cake pan. What you want it to do now is you want it to drain a lot of the liquid away from the
Burdock.
so it's not slippery. I put a pot holder there, and this way the water drains to the corner. Then you need wax paper. And what you're going to do with the wax paper is you're going to put some flour on it, because I'm using flour. You can cook these with egg if you want. I don't care for it that way. My mother used to do it, what she called the strunzo, I think is how she said it, and that's the stump part. She used to fry that with egg, and I never liked that part.
Could you use other flours?
You can use almond flour, coconut flour probably, but I'm not going to chance it because I don't know how it would turn out. And I'm looking forward to having this taste just like I remember. And then you just kind of put the
Garduni.
Garduni in my head, but burdock for people that don't speak Italian or know the Italian word. Then you just take it and you roll it. You're coating it. Then you take a hold of it and shake her off. And if you didn't get enough coating in one, you just add it a little more. It's warm, but it's not hot, because I don't let it dry out. You can put it in the refrigerator and do this the next day if you don't feel like doing it the same day. But I want to eat some. Jim picked this it's hard to find.
Where I park at work, it's right near the edge of the woods, and right behind where I park, there was all kinds of it. So I asked her yesterday if she wanted some, and she said yes, so I got it today.
Yeah. What it is a lot of people have cleaned around their barns, and so we don't have it anymore. Even we don't have anymore, because we had the old barn, and we had some burdock there, and then we had a patch that was growing.
You want to use that spoon?
And did you use it for coconut oil?
No, that was your salt spoon.
Yeah, I could use it for coconut oil. Now I forgot what I was saying. Let's start again.
Something about our barn. And
Our barn, we tore it down, and there was some behind that. But then we had a patch that was just out in the lawn, kind of near where the garden is. And I used to tell Jim, don't mow that, because I want to pick it before you mow it. Well, it got to the point where it was tasting too domesticated,
too tame.
too tame. I like the wild taste that comes on it. I'm trying to get all the grease off the spoon. Turn the heat up a little.
And what did you put in there?
I just put some coconut oil in because I want to fry it. You don't need a lot, but you do need enough to make it fry nicely. Usually I would do this outside because I don't want the smell in the house, but I don't have the electric frying pan here, so it's in the camper, I think, but I'm not going out to get it. Because when we're camping, I use the electric frying pan there when we do fish or something that we're not cooking on the grill.
We're on the open fire.
Right, and to make sure your water is, or your oil is hot, a way to test it is you just sprinkle a little water in it, and if it, you know it's ready, but it didn't do that. It just kind of, sort of did it, but not really. It'll spatter. Water makes oil spatter. Try again.
As they say, oil and water do not mix, especially hot oil.
You see it popped. It's popping. It says I'm ready.
Yep.
Woo!
I'm ready. Use me, use me.
I will. So then I take the burdock without getting killed by the spatters, and I put it in the pan. But I want them kind of separated so they can cook. I want them kind of flat. You cook it to the brownness that you like, and I like it pretty brown, but I'm going a little light on this one, I guess. Let me put it in here. Then you add more grease. Whoops. Ready to turn, so we're going to flip it over. Let it cook a little more on this side. Not ready yet. A little bit more. I am dying to taste this. I'll wait until I'm on camera to do it.
I'm sure a lot of the guys at work would have thought I was absolutely nuts for picking this.
Well, I'm sure they
There's a couple. I know Neil, he told me last year he picked a lot of it because he likes this.
Yeah.
But most people
would just throw it away.
Yep, it's just a weed. Cut it down, poison it, get rid of it.
Nope, eat it.
There's a lot of this natural foods that we should be eating that we don't.
Okay, we'll put this in the dish. I added another paper towel so that some of the fat will go into this rather than onto the layer below.
How many of our kids would have eaten this, or do eat this?
I think Jessica eats it. Laura, I think, eats it. Emily, no. Michael, maybe a little.
I think Michael ate some.
Can't remember.
Mostly it was you and Jessica.
Yeah.
And Laura. Laura did eat quite a bit.
They
as I
start
remember.
where they sort of like it. They get to where they like it. It's like the artichokes. It takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yep.
They didn't like the heart of the artichoke. They'd eat the leaves, but not the heart.
Well, that's what I did to start too. It's gotten out of where I like the whole
And I
thing.
used to get to eat all the heart.
The artichokes I like. This one I've never really acquired the taste for.
Hooray, hooray!
It's all right, but
I used to share it with my parents, but my parents are no longer around. I know when my dad used to go fishing, if he wasn't catching fish, he'd come home with some kind of greens, and a lot of times it would be burdock in the spring, or mustard greens, or dandelion.
now, do you prefer these warm or cold out of the
Well,
refrigerator?
when I first cook them, I like them when they're warm, but then I really enjoy them when they've been refrigerated and cold. I like them. They're addictive. If you got a drug, this is like a drug to me. Can't stop eating them. I think that's done. I think we're done. There. Ouch, that dish is hot. Now what I do is I put another paper towel on top, I put a dish on that, then I flip it over so that whatever was cooked first is now out I can eat. And I can throw this one away. This is gonna be so tasty. Couldn't wait. I usually eat a bunch of it before I'm even halfway cooked, but I waited. And you don't try to bite it. Just put the whole thing in. The whole thing in your mouth. Just like that. That is so good.
I wish I liked it, but I'm glad that I don't for you because it's more for you.
Very good. I think next time I'll just add a little bit more salt into the water. It's got. This one's crunchy. Some of you might think you're getting strings if you learn to just swallow it. I don't like eating on screen. Very good.
Bye-bye.
Bye. To put it away, I get a paper towel. I get a handful of the stuff. That is so tasty. I'm going to leave some there because I want to eat it. Then I wrap it into the paper towel. Then I take the paper towel. Whoops, that fell apart. Then I take some wax paper. Take what I wrapped in the paper towel, put it in the wax paper. And the way you fold with wax paper, I don't know if you ever had sandwiches or not, but you fold it like this, and like this. Then you go in, and then you flip her under, and there's your little package. And that's what I do. And then I refrigerate. And then I put this in a bag, in a Ziploc bag, and just put it in the fridge. That's a pretty good bundle there. Well,
It is.
I'll take a little bit out, only because I know I'll eat the whole thing in one sitting. This one I'm going to feel a little long, but it still makes a nice bundle.
You need some to eat.
Yes, I'm going to leave that for eating. Oh, this one, I like the crunchy, so I'm going to leave that one for now. Take that one out, it's a little long. There we go. Then I put these in here. And then I will eat these tomorrow. Some of them, one of them. I'll try to make them last, but I no guarantees. There we go.
I sped it up a little bit. If you need to slow it down, you can slow it down, but it's really long. With this little intro and a little exit kind of thing, it's long. It's probably 20 minutes. I don't know if it made it to 20 minutes. It was 18 when I, just with the cooking part. So you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy. I already ate mine for today. Now I'll have to wait till tomorrow to eat another little bundle. They are so good. See you then. Bye-bye.